Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Gonna be doing some Mega Man Maker tonight, Wily Tower Challenge. So let's go ahead and let's see. Okay. Hmm. All right. Come on. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Let me see. Get this going here. See if that. No. All right. So, all right. There we go. All right. So who's ready for some Wily? Yes, this is the Skull Man. So, yep, just be prepared to be disappointed. What can I say? I'm a middle-aged white man. um, but all right, here we go. Okay. So, today's Wily Tower challenge. The game plan is simple. We're going to do the long one. We're going to do 20 stages and anything goes. I'm giving myself 40 lives and yep, how it goes is how it goes. Any difficulty, any pretty much, yeah, just that. Do high quality. Game plan is anything goes. So it could be good, it could be bad. You know what? Let's just see what happens. So, all right, if you guys are ready, let's rock this joint. All right. No idea. Let's see. Of course, it'd be a Cutman battle. Okay. Not sure. I guess I win by doing nothing. All right. So let's switch it up. Well. uh, all right. What can I say about that one? It was a bare bones cut man battle. I mean, the Mets could have been, interesting dynamic in there, but it is what it is. It's more than likely that was a much older stage. So, Ultimate Showdown. Oh boy. Okay. Whew. Yeah, you want to talk about a hell of a way to start? Okay. Might need that. Okay, let's see where this leads. Whew. Hmm. Son of a damn it! Should have known better. Should have known better. Man, that start gets you. All right, so here we go again. Okay. I think I'm just gonna hang back this time and just take my time taking out the good old bubble man. Yeah, definitely should have played it safe. I don't deny that. That was a that was a boneheaded move on my part, but hey, you know what? I think it happens to the best of us sometimes. So Okay. It's a little on the slow side, but here we go. Slow and steady wins the race. Ah, I should have known better. Let's do it again. Okay. As you guys have seen from previous Wily Tower challenges, I could sometimes make quite a few mistakes, but all right. I do agree with the Steak Man tile set. It is a very distinct look, and that's one of the Robot Masters I'd like to see added in future updates. I mean, there's quite a few I'd like to see, but Steak Man's definitely on that list. All right. That's a little bit better. Okay, let's see what's next. Have you ever mentioned I really don't like those guys? Okay. um, Others I'd like to see Dustman. Dustman is definitely one I would love to see added. I really enjoy Mega Man 4. That's probably one of my favorites. But really, I'd like to see just them finish up at least Mega Man 1. I know we were getting Guts Man. I know he's coming up in the next update. Um, like to see Oil Man. Really, Elect Man. There's no reason he shouldn't be in there already, too. I agree on those skins. So you gotta love those Mets. There's just so many of them. You gotta love the variety. Okay, let's see. I'll take that. Hmm, interesting. Got an open area here. Okay. Back to back M tanks. It's just no. I mean, you can only carry one, so it makes no sense to have more than one in a stage. You know what I mean? I think that's it. Not being able to jump that boss battle was a little much there. I mean, that one was it was gimmicky. Okay, I like that idea. The sound player gimmicks, being able to do jump scares, adding voices and what have you. Ooh, what do we got here? No, I didn't even look at the title for that one. So Tomahawk Man, that's one I'd like to see added in another update. So I know he's maybe not the most politically correct robot master, but he's one I would definitely like to see. All right, there's the hot dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. I agree. Shade Man, that battle was just there's just no room to maneuver. The spikes was fine, but at least give a little space to maneuver around in. All right. Woo, here we go. Protoman really can make this guy a cinch. Woo. All right. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Let's see. Going on up. Ow. Good thing I'm not about those no damage runs. Although I respect those that do. I do like Napalm Man. He can be a good challenge when used right, and just some characters can really I could see struggling with them. Like if I'm playing as Roll and I'm against Napalm Man, that could be a little more of a struggle. Even Base, which as we all can tell, Base is probably is my favorite. So all right, here we go. Time to blast away. This fight does not do Blast Man here any favors. I probably should have used one of my E tanks there, but all right. So let's try this again. So I actually have made some stages myself. I've actually uh, showcased some of them. So if you ever see a stage under the name SCPO Steel, that's mine. So I'm not gonna say my stages are by any means the best, but they I have fun with them, and especially some of the sillier ones that I've done, like the Dumb Ways to Die series of stages. Those are always fun to just kind of get creative with. All right, let's try this again. Weapons Archive. That would be fun to, especially be able to play around with. That one would be fun. All right, let's kind of hang back a little bit. Oh, guess I did need that E tank after all. Yes, SCPO Steel. So, all right. All right. Okay, I love the Quick Man theme. That one's probably that one's easily within my top 5 Mega Man themes. Actually, I mean, just as a whole, the Mega Man 2 soundtrack, is just top tier to me. Woo. I haven't even seen have any other weapons yet. Oh, yeah, I got a decent assortment here. Uh-oh. That could have been dangerous. Uh-oh. Woo! That's clever. Hmm. Woo! Yes, that definitely does the good old Contra vibes. That's a game that you don't see too many people try to make stages off of on here. It always seems to be like Castlevania or Mario, which, not necessarily a bad thing, but, there's other games out there that you could do homage to stages for as well. I definitely agree on that one. Ghosts and Goblins. I mean, especially since, the music is already in there more or less. I mean, it kind of makes sense. So going on up. Okay. Interesting there. Woo. Well, that was just a guess that would work, but hey, you know what? I think the only thing with the flash stopper is that it goes faster than their health bar. Ooh, that could be fun. Yeah, I love the sniper armor. Man, there's a lot of fun little enemies that from like I said, 11 there, the sniper armor is a great example of something that could have a lot of interesting uses. I'd also like to see more of the larger bosses, the Wily Tower bosses being brought in. Not sure how it'd be integrated in, like especially the dragon, for example. But man, if they could find a way to get that guy in there, I'd be all for it. All right, here we go. Here we go. So many Susies. Let's go for a swim. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't work, but hey, you know what? Worth a shot. Alien Wiley, I do see as a definitive possibility. I think he would be easier to integrate in than some of the others. Guts Dozer, maybe. Um, I don't know what other large bosses would you guys like to see. I know there's quite a few from over the years. So I know Gamma would be one that'd be difficult to get in from three. Um, let's see what else. I think what they also have some like the multi-tier one Wily bosses from like ooh boy, ooh, quick, quick, quick. That was a little close for comfort. Although I've definitely done seen worse spike pits, so I don't think I can go that way. Yes, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, the second boss from Mega Man 2. Yes, that one would be cool. Uh and yeah, I mean the Yellow Devil would be awesome. I mean, that one I think is actually more fun to fight than the standard one. Just because the pattern for the first one, it's oh boy. I get props for this boss fight. Definitely not going for the norm. So just avoid those teleporters over those springs, and hey, you're good to go. Those death beams will get you good. Nice, nice. Uh, all right. What we got next? Pathfinder. Hmm. This could be interesting. Maybe it'll be open layered. Okay. This is definitely an interesting way to start things off. Okay. Well, okay. So do I drop down or do I try to mix it up? Let's do that. Hmm. I need to be patient with this one. Otherwise, my lives will go quick. Okay. I have played the X games. I've actually played all of them. So let's see. I haven't done any on my channel yet outside of X Maker for a while, but I'll eventually get to those. So um even play fact of the X games, X4 is probably my favorite. Although I do really like the so 1 through 4 of course top tier, and then you have Honestly, I think 8's very underrated. Whew, good thing I glitched out there. Yeah, I agree on those Yoku blocks. They're probably the most frustrating mechanic in Mega Man are the Yoko blocks. All right, so this was definitely kind of a multi-tiered stage, as you can see, kind of from the upper corner. There's another door, so kind of taking that upper route might have been interesting. Oh man, you get Duo in there. I could also see them trying to do Duo as a playable character, as like a fifth playable character. Actually, I would like to see the core characters that we can play as bosses. So Mega Man, Base, Proto Man, Roll. Just imagine getting to like the an end boss fight and you have to fight Roll. You got some creative possibilities there. Especially with her moveset being very similar to that of Zero, that'd be cool. I think you'd have to get quite creative with that. Obviously, she's very short range, and so she would almost have to be a more aggressive boss type. So, because you do, because you have the ones that are more kind of defensive, and she would have to definitely be one of the aggressive types. Is the audio not working? Huh. I did not realize that. Let's see. Yeah, because. Hmm. Hmm. Well, let's see if we can figure that out real quick. Let's see. Yeah, because the audio is playing on my end. So let's see. Hmm. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the audio isn't playing at all. What the hell? Huh. Oh, let's see. I thought I got this all figured out beforehand. So let's. Hmm. Well, and it just force closed on me. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have Streamlabs, so let's. I agree there. So, all right, let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Channel. Da, 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 da. Well, let's try this again. Let's see. How about now, guys? Can you hear that? Do we get audio now? No? Huh. Well, shit. Hmm. Let's see. All right, let's see what we can do here. Customization. Hmm. Thought I worked all the bugs out beforehand. Let's see. Yeah, I should have known better than to use the default streaming browser for YouTube here. Yeah, I was messing around with OBS earlier and it wasn't, I just couldn't get it to do what I needed it to do. So, well, let me see here. Yeah, yeah, because I was messing around quite a bit earlier with the trying to use headsets and stuff like that, and like the mic audio just was not there. And so let me check something here. Maybe I could figure this out. Mhm. This is true. I did get the video part working, so it's just the audio. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Hmm. This is true. This is true. I did get that part figured out, so figured that one out kind of the last minute there. So let's see. Yeah, it says share audio tab too. So I'll have to check out your stream sometime if you're still doing those. So let's see. Okay, let's try this. Okay. All right. So let's see. Switch over. Okay. Entire screen. Window. Share audio, share a tab, or screen instead. Okay. Let's see. Whoa! Now we're getting a little trippy here. Okay, so let's try this. That is... Yeah, we got something. We're making some headway here, so let's see. Okay. We may be in business here, so... Alright, so may have to leave this at 4x. I'm so sorry about that. Alright. Okay, here we go. Looks like... Alright, looks like we're in business here, so let's try this again, so... Alright. Yeah, that was my bad, guys. Alright. So, let's... Okay. Is that better on audio for you guys? So, we're not blowing out any more eardrums? Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, so let's jump back to doing this again. So, alright. Alright. You know what, let's go with amazing. How's that sound? So, we'll go normal to TV, and we'll still keep it at long, so that way we're not getting those, little Cutman stages or, simplified boss fights, so. That is a cool boss. That is definitely a cool boss. That's one that I'll get to on the channel eventually, is Mega Man 7, so now that I'm done with the Core 6, one more Game Boy to go. Alright. That's right. Alright, here we go. Oh, can't do that. Think smarter, not harder, right? Son of a... Yeah, definitely eating crow on that one. Alright. Alright, that seemed kind of pointless there. Alright, so boom. Yeah, I don't know, with some of the choices people make on some of the stages that they made that we got here, it just... Like, there's some points where you get some good novel ideas, then you get others where it's like, did they just forget that they had that there? So, I mean, not gonna lie, I've been guilty of that, but... Hello, welcome to the stream! This is true. This is true. Skullman is always been one of my favorites. I love the look of him. His stage is always amazing to me. I mean, just easily one of my favorite bosses. I mean, now granted, from the attack standpoint of him, he's another shield boss, but I do like how they made his shield in this to where he can avoid spikes. Or not necessarily avoid, but you get the idea. Not gonna lie, Crystal Man was always one of the more frustrating boss fights for me, whether it's in 5 or 4 on the Game Boy. So. Fryon Conquest. Okay. That's okay. And we got roll, and we got the Pharaoh shot, so. Yeah, we could. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, Crown Conquest. It's interesting. I like some of Vic Tokai's output. So, especially Clash at Demon Head. Yes, hopefully we get a Luckman here soon, so and maybe round it out with Oil Man, even though I'm sure he's not on top of people's must-have list. So, but we got time, man. So let's bring him in. Interesting. Yeah, I do look forward to the next chapter in the sequel wars, even though 5's not one of my favorites. I did enjoy what they were able to do with 4, and it'll just be interesting to see that full project come together. But of course, the big question would be, how are they going to handle doing the Wily Tower aspect of things, like with Wily Wars, if they'll do anything with that? Because that's kind of the big idea behind Wily Wars, was that you also got an additional game on top of that, too. Of course, I would love to see how 6 comes together, because 6 is it's one of my favorites. So, and I know part of that is nostalgia, but just 6 I felt was a great send off to the NES series. And just the idea of the armors, the Rush armors, was just really, really well done. I definitely agree there. So, like, graphically, from just all of it was just great. Some of my favorite tracks are from there too. Ooh, it's time for Flappy Bird. Yeah. Welcome, Brian. Welcome to the stream. All right. So who will wind up ultimately being the boss? Ultimate Doc Robot. That sounds interesting. I don't know, Doc Robot was one of those that I do think kind of came together. He wound up being memorable, even though you could tell he was just kind of a placeholder at first. You know what? I will admit, as a kid, I did fall for it. So it was like, what? Yeah, the stages did leave a little bit to be desired. I found it disappointing that they only used 4 of the stages. They just kind of split it up into like 2 halves. That would have been funny. It's just like, you know, hey, we're just long off Gwent or something. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Well, I guess one door just goes another. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah. Thing is, it gets kind of like caught up there. There we go. Good call, Yokai. All right. All right, so let's see. There we go. All right, so and boom. All right. Let's see. Damn it. All right. So hey, you do a webcomic? Oh, thanks for popping in, Brian. Yeah, it's definitely a puzzle stage, so I know it's not. Definitely not for everyone, so. Yeah. Hey. Good Joe. Yeah, that damn magnet definitely makes things more difficult. But, alright. Ha! There we go. Alright, we got 2 more to go. That one was relatively easy. Okay, now we gotta... Quack, 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 boom. Woo, woo. Woo. That one was close. That one was close, guys. So. Yeah, that one was a little bit rougher, but I mean, I do appreciate the creativity behind it, so. Magnetic Factory. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay. Don't like the ambush start, but I like the music, so. Looks like we got a good power-up selection to play with here. We got a big eye sighting. I was hoping I could knock him out quicker, but oh well. Yes, they absolutely do. Some really test your patience too. That one was definitely one that, last one was definitely one that tested them a little bit, so. All right. Guess we gotta go down. All right, let's see. Oh, there's the magnetic aspect. do agree there that with ROM hacks kind of foreshadowing. So yes, this is my very first live stream. So this is all very new to me. So. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there are some insane ROM hacks out there that I've played over the years, and good ones and some not so good ones. In fact, I want to say, yeah, one of the first ROM hacks that I showcased on my channel was really bad. Damn it! Yeah, I've had someone suggest that I do Rockman 4 minus infinity, so I have that on my list. I just haven't got around to showcasing that one yet. So, but oh man, I can imagine those randomizers would be chaotic. Why do I keep going down when I know I have to go to the left here? Yep, those damn spikes every single time. There's one ROM hack I've played of Mega Man 6. I'm trying to remember what the full title for it, but it is just beyond brutal. But there's some but they do a lot of really cool stuff, but it's just one of those that it's like, I don't want to say Kaizo level difficult, but it's just absurdly hard, so. I remember the most unique part of it was how they handled Tomahawk Man. Oh yeah, there's some easy hacks out there. So there's some that they take things in a whole different direction. Like I would say, Mega Man and the Mushroom Kingdom is probably one of the easier ones out there. So I mean, at least I didn't have too difficult of a time with it, so as I recall, but. Now, the thing I always found interesting or annoying was when you're doing, like, you've had a really tough time with, like, a particular ROM hack, and then you see, like, another streamer or whatever, and they just make it look super easy, and it's like, ow! Like, you did a no-death run on this thing, ow! could have ended badly. Yes, indeed. That was a little close for comfort. Yeah, just any of those no damage runs that, even with some of the like Mega Man Maker stages, because there's other creators that I've looked at, and I've seen like some genuinely difficult stages, and they somehow pull off a no death run, and just for the life of me, I can't figure out how. Like how much practice you put into that. Whew, had a glitch out there. Damn it! Almost sounds like a Furious Maximum stage. I love his stages, especially the Metroidvanias. Yep, must have been using AOL dial-up. Oh, there's a throwback. So for this setting that we're doing, I believe so we did the long, so it's 20 stages. Now, will I get through all 20? Well, we'll find out. Yes, the spinning buzzsaw of death. Bye-bye, big guy. Let's see. What boss are we looking at here? Nobody yet. Oh, shit. That brief hesitation. Well, I just wasted that life. Ah. was close. I'll just take this with me. Thank you. I can't really speak too much about Pokemon because I just played through Gen 1, so. Wow, I did not think that would one-shot him. Man, that was like a Metal Man death. Time is your enemy. Okay. Let's see. See, I'm boring when it comes to Pokemon. I'm a Charmander guy. Charmander, Charizard. But that's also because I love dragons. So I mean, it just kind of goes hand in hand. Well, I walked into that one. This is true. Do not go wrong with a fire-breathing dragon. Plus, it makes Gen 1 a little bit harder to play through. At least there in the beginning. Maybe don't use that. First one was a water one, huh? Okay, let's see. Well, that didn't go as I liked. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do, is just try to do it normally, because I don't think the Magna Beam's going to work well there. Just got to be a little bit faster. I'll take that. Oops. Yeah, those force beams are definitely get dicey. Okay. I guess I'm going down. Okay, that's kind of... That was a little shitty right there. Wayman theme's just very chill. But yeah, mix it into the Heatman section. It doesn't seem right. I got bombs too, Bomb Man. That wasn't too bad. I mean that middle section a little bit with the death beams there and the platforms, that was a little creepy, but overall that wasn't too bad. So. Alright, what we got next? What do we have next? Command select final. Okay. Let's see. Try to find the right thing. All right. Ooh. Let's see. All about using the right thing here. Let's see. Nope. Oops. Yeah, the command select is just... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just... It's an interesting idea. It's just very unpredictable. Let's see. Nothing on that. Nope. That backfired. Thank you. see where it gets me a little bit. So. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Damn it! Alright. Try this again. Let's see. Yeah, let's heal up a little bit there. Woo! Let's see, what are we looking at next? That works. That's right, definitely don't win them there electric fences. That's what my grandpappy used to tell me. This could be interesting. The random aspect to trying to do that boss fight was interesting. Yeah, that one was tricky. Mostly just because of the unpredictable nature of that command, the command prompts. What we got next? Wire Man. Mega Man to murder a Serper, huh? What if I don't want to go that way? Well... you know what? Why not? I don't give her enough love. I'll still take that. That was close. Woo. Okay, let's see. What do I have to be able to get back up there? Let's go up, see what we got here. is a little on the gloomy side, but okay. Ooh. Let's get those out of the way. Where'd that guy come from? Let's see. Yeah, it definitely did look like a glitch, so... Which, I mean, it happens. Hell, it's not the first time we've seen it happen during this stream. Alright. I really want to go for that E-tank. Nah. Son of a bitch. There. I went and got it. Something tells me saltwater probably would have been his weakness. And Wily Tower's going great once we got all the bugs worked out from earlier. First 30 minutes we had no audio there, so... Jetpack mission. This should be interesting. Time to take flight. So I do gotta say, if we're gonna, the platforming better justify sticking with just the jetpack. Oh shit! Limited jetpack use. Woo! at least that kind of that early section there kind of showed that there was some thought put into using the jetpack, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. Wonder what the key's for. There was a stage that I did quite a while back that there was a lot of emphasis on being able to maneuver and manipulate the jetpack. It was not an easy stage by any means. That's why you need the key. Little things like that is what makes a good jetpack stage. You just having to really be able to manipulate and control the flow. I really enjoy using the super adapter. That one is definitely... Haha, you can't get me. Alright. You know what, I'll just take the damage. Yep, not going through there. Yeah, pretty much. Come on down, Spring Man. Give props to this boss fight. It's definitely a little more on the unique side. So, kind of basic, but you still at the same time got those. You got the cannons. You got the larger room. Yep, Slinky just had enough of that shit. Alright. This is true. You electrify him a little bit, and man, that gets nasty fast. So, all right, what we got next? Okay, looks like we might have Sheep Man. Interesting. Well, time to stock up. All right. Here we go. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Woo! That jump had me sweating a little. Alright. Here we go, here we go. All right, Camo. Well, damn it, you're quite welcome, man. And hey, thanks for stopping in. I'll catch you later, right, buddy? Yep, I definitely gotta give that landlord a nice little rude awakening there. That's a little too much rainwater. Especially down here in Texas, what we've had here recently, so... Oh, man, favorite boss setup so far. Oh, man, there's been a lot of good ones. Oh, man. I'm trying to think of anything recently that have stood out, because this kind of thing is I've been doing this for 3-4 years now, so I've seen a lot of different setups here. But if you talk about like the non-Mega Man Maker stuff, honestly, I'd say Burner Man's boss setup always stood out to me. I mean, he's a tough boss, and then you add in that, you add the spikes, the long arena. Damn it! Power Stone's not the best weapon. That's kind of why I felt that Mega Man 5 had some of the... Like, it had some interesting experimental power-ups, but some of the others were just not very good. Like I said, Power Stone. There we go. Screw Crusher. Weakness there. Oh, we're not done yet. Yeah, I think that's the other thing with Mega Man 5 that you had, what, 2 shield-esque type weapons? Because you had the Star Shield, but also, I mean, Power Stone's kind of a shield, kind of not. I don't know, it's kind of that gray area, I feel. Yamato Man goes golfing. Okay. Okay, so this is definitely a gimmick stage. Well, that time a little bit easier. Yeah, I agree that the concept is a little on the flawed side. Get you up there. Come on. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Uh-oh. So I'm kind of soft locked here because he's not going to move and I can't really move, so. Okay. Damn it! Alright, let's see. Yep. Okay. Almost there. Come on. I guess we gotta go down. Okay. I'm guessing this is like 9 holes of golf, so. Bye-bye. Yeah, 9 hole. I'm hoping it's 9 holes and not 18. Yep, here comes the pain. Okay. Let's see if we can bring this stage to a close. Okay. Got the hole right there. We just gotta get him in. Gotta get in the hole. Come on. Do a little tappy tap. Little taparoo. Oh, come on! That son of a bitch! Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I have tanks. I'll be honest, half the time I forget I have them. Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, I got 7 tanks. Jeez. Relive left. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, take the hit. Take the hit, let him run. I appreciate the creativity in that one, but man, that one was a beating. Alright, what we got next? Wily's second bunker. Not his first one, the second. Maybe this one won't be as much of a headache. Okay, 4 keys. Maybe 5. Yeah, I think the thing with a lot of the creative stages like that is it's trying to figure out the right balance. Because it could be a fun idea, but if it's not balanced well, it just becomes frustrating to a lot of people. Oh, but I didn't need that key, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's like a lot of the viewer request stages I take. You know, I do try to play through all of them and to give them an honest feedback. But there have been some that I've gotten where it gets so frustrating that it makes it almost a chore to try and get through, which is, you know, not necessarily saying it's, you know, fair or anything like that, but there's only so much that, you know, you can take, and especially if I'm having to spend, because I mean, like a lot of us here, you know, only have so many hours in the day, and also lives outside of the channel, and like, if I'm having to spend Yeah. But, I mean, unless it's like a Metroidvania stage where I know it's gonna be a while, if I'm doing a stage and it's, just a basic stage, but it's taking me more than a few hours to try and beat, that gets to be a little much. Yeah, see, that makes sense. Symphony of the Night's a classic. If that's one of those Metrovania games to definitely, if you get the opportunity, definitely give it a shot. Oh yeah. Yes. Back before they actually somewhat cared about voice acting in games. Yeah. Dr. Wily. Do I really need another E-tank? I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Okay, I guess I need to find the Star Crash somewhere. Yeah, X7's. Yeah, that one almost. Actually, X7 did almost completely kill it for me in regards to the X series. I actually did not, for the longest time, play X8 because of how bad X7 was. Damn it! See, I think the X series could theoretically work in 3D. It's just you have to have the right execution behind it, and X7 just did not stick the landing on that one. All right, let's. Damn it! I think that was my last flight. Well, guys, didn't make it, but this was definitely fun. All right. How'd you guys rank this one? Crystal Man's Revenge. What do you think? I thought that one wasn't too bad. It was fun. So, yep, Dr. Wabi wins on this one. So, I guess I like that one from, just I'd have to look back, but I recall that one was pretty good. All right, Cryon Conquest round 1. That one was a good recreation. That definitely had the look, feel. They definitely got the layout right for that one. So that one I would definitely say was a good one. All right, Basketball Concept. Okay, this one I know bored some people. Um I like the idea behind it. I think it could have used a little bit of tweaking here or there, but overall I'd say this one wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go right down the middle and stay indifferent on this one. So I do agree. A couple of shots were pretty tight. So, but yeah, it was a tad frustrating. So we'll go. It's got a high score though, so a lot of people seem to like that one. But yeah, I don't know. All right, Magnetic Factory. So this one, I don't know. I thought this one wasn't too bad. It's pretty good length. Yeah, there was definitely some challenging platforms there. I do feel that the magnetic aspect could have been done better. It was more a matter of using the beams to try and draw you in and not really. I don't feel it fully took advantage of the idea, but it's still a pretty good stage. All right, Time is Your Enemy. So this one was definitely about the platforming. A lot of the death beams, having to, especially there in the beginning, there was a small section where with the elevating platforms to try and trying to get through. So Oh, this one wasn't too bad. So definitely platform heavy. So I kind of like that one. All right. Command Select Finale. Okay, this one's. I don't know. What do you guys think about this one? This one was all about using the command select to navigate through. I think my issue with this stage is that the command select is too random. And it's a good side piece. See, I haven't played too many ones like that that have that too many not too many have popped up for me. And so it's and I do felt I was kind of button mashing a little bit with Stone Man in the end though. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, you can't win them all. I will agree. It definitely wasn't a kick to the kneecap. So yeah, I'm gonna still stick with that. All right. Wireman, the Mega Man, the Murder Usurper. How about this one? Okay, this one I played as Roll. Um, eh, I mean, it was a pretty good kind of standard stage. That boss fight with Sparkman was definitely something else. That one was fun. Um, Definitely a little on the challenging side, I would say. I think if I had gone with anyone else, Sparkman might not have been so tough. Like especially when I did like Proto Man, but I went with who I went with, and I don't regret that decision. So I like it. Jetpack Mission. All right. So as far as jetpack stages go, this one was on the easier side, but it did take advantage of its idea, and that's what I was hoping for. Yes, I definitely agree. It was a pretty good one. It was on the easy side, and so I there was definitely parts of it that it didn't feel was necessary. The parts that were the jetpack were pretty good. I've definitely played tougher jetpack stages than this one. So, but overall I liked it. Okay. Sheep Attack Storm Garden. Okay. Okay. Maybe this was the one I was thinking about where with roll. Yeah, this one with a lot of rain and plants and all that. Okay, yeah, this one was good. This one I definitely liked. Okay, how about this one, guys? uh yes, this is the face behind Skullman critique. So as to does the actual Skullman look like this? Lord, I hope not, because all right. Yamato Man goes golfing. Ah, good concept, but man, this one was frustrating. It almost felt like he had to be dependent at points on deliberately taking damage. Very flawed. Should not have been 9 holes, although I understand why with the golf concept. It needs more work. Okay. Wily's second bunker. This was the stage that did me in. So this one, I think his falls under different numbers. I have one of those. I think it's from Viz Manga or something like that. It's like the guidebook of for Mega Man, like has every Robot Master or something like that in there. I think they fall under different. numbers, different numbering system. So I could be wrong. I'd have to pull it out and look at it. But all right, this one. I think the issue I have with this one is that if you don't get all the power ups, it can make the final part almost too tough because that's what did me in was I didn't get the star shield, and so I theoretically couldn't. I mean, I probably could have, but the final section that did me in was predominantly because I did not have that power up, and so but it wasn't like it was a soft lock either. So I'm pretty sure I probably could have done it. From what I got through, I liked it. And so, yeah, I'm going to stay neutral on that one. I'm not going to give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, mostly because I did not finish it. So, uh, all right, guys. Well, that was it for the Wily Tower. So, exactly. If I had finished it, I could give a more fair judgment. So, but yeah, overall, this was fun, guys. I really enjoyed doing this. So, not gonna say this is gonna be a regular thing, but this was definitely a lot of fun. So, uh, all right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night on this. So, I got an early day tomorrow for work. Got that 9 to 5 job. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll definitely do this again at some point. So. You have yourself a good night. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. All right. Bye bye.